Hi, this is the weekly VOLTHA TST meeting. Let's see, just trying to get myself oriented here. Let me see, I was on vacation last week, so my contributions are going to be a little bit light, but we do have a few items on the agenda this week, courtesy of Torsten and Ablash. So just an FYI to get things started, I'm going to be sending out a new TST meeting invite just to make sure everybody has the current meeting and that it repeats weekly. There was a problem with the old invite that I had sent out previously. We deleted that and resent it during the all hands meeting. It was 10, 12 days ago. There seems to be a problem with that, so I'm just going to resend it just to make sure everybody has a current copy of it. If anybody has problems, just let me know. And okay, so for Torsten, we have ticket 4999. If you want to grab the floor.
Yes, I was in vacation too, like you.
Okay.
And today I was back and saw that the PM data pipelines both are failing in the master branch. And I checked it and wrote this Jira because the intervals of each slice or PM probe are exceeding by exactly 5 seconds. And afterwards, I saw a patch by Pranit, I don't know how, and he has changed something in this area. And he has to make an update of his patch or correct his patch regarding this issue.
Yes, yeah, Dustin. So here, yeah, he's from my team. So I'll sync up. I'll just check this patch. Probably, yeah, this was due to this change. We'll correct it.
Okay. So is the overarching problem seems to be that the runtime for testing is increased and we're hitting a threshold and failing because of that?
A question for me?
Yeah, it was just a description of the problem. So the patch seems to have added to some of the logic runtime, and now testing is failing because we're running for too long and hitting a timeout window.
No. The issue is that the PM data will have ticker. So the data have to be come up each 20 seconds or 300 seconds and so on. And each time data will be written, the timestamp will be written too. And the test checked this timestamps, and the timestamps must be exactly.
Okay.
And it works over 2 years. And after the patch, we have 5 seconds additional per probe. So if you have 20 seconds, you have not 20 seconds, you have 25 seconds, and I think it's not okay. It must be changed.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And I assigned this patch, this Jira to Pranis already.
Okay. Yeah, Praneeth. Okay.
And Abhilash, maybe you can check it too. I think the new ticker seems to be work a little bit different than time after the previous behavior.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll give it a look.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, so next up we have Abhilash with the VOLTHA Protos patch, and I'll get these tickets open for you. Come on.
Yeah. This is on the Proto's unit test failing again, Joey. So remember we had fixed it last time around.
Oh, was this the Docker thing that came up before?
I think so. There was some timeout somewhere.
Just have to get my brain out of vacation mode. Trying to remember what the problem was. Uh, three sources. Oh, yeah, this was a silent failure problem before. This this looks a little different than the problem that was showing up before. I can take a look at it if you want me to. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so got 2 pages. Okay, so Torsten and Abalash, permission for test pipelines. Who would like to present this one?
Okay, I'll start. Probably Thorsten can add. So we have this system tests and all with VGC now. So we'll need your help, Joey, going forward with scheduling these tests and also making changes to the VGC pipelines
Okay.
to push the image to the Docker Hub and also to run the pipeline once every merge is done.
Okay. Pipeline. Dr. Repo. Okay. Is there a Jira ticket open for this yet?
Not sure if Thorsten has. I can raise one.
Okay,
I'll
sure.
raise it.
Yeah, just for tracking, that would be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, cool.
Joe, I don't know if you know something about the history of this.
In what respect? Assume I don't, I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, there are 2 colleagues from Radisys, Bharat and Akash. They contact me and they wrote the robot tests. There you can see the first link. And they asked me to check them in a pipeline, and I use a pipeline of mine, and we could run the first test. With this robot test, there was some strange hooks to make. Okay, it is so, but I have the permissions to do this. And as you know, I will leave at the 1st of June. And so we need a successor for me.
Okay.
Maybe you can give Abhilash the permission that he can go on the work to support, and or other colleague of Radisys, I don't know. Abhilash, you can say who should care. And on the other side, I make a suggestion for the pipeline for VGC. This is a second link. This is a base for the colleagues of Radisys to go forward. It's not the end, but this should work, and hope this will help in the further steps.
Okay. Let me see. I guess, yeah, we can add that. That's no big deal. Yeah, whoever the TSTs would like to sign off on, Abalash sounds like probably the right person for it. Yeah. If the TSTs nominate somebody, yeah, we can add them. That's no big deal. Okay, we'll wait for the ticket then and see about getting this set up. Yeah, come to think of it, I do remember seeing a bunch of robot tests being checked in to, okay, yeah, I know I'm rambling. Okay. Whoops. So I guess with that, so I guess the floor is open if anybody would like, if anybody would like to bring up anything else. Oh, sorry.
Joy, I would like to talk about the Jira ticket,
Mhm.
Wall 4998.
Okay. 4998.
It is not listed here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do it through redirection.
Okay.
98. All right. Second. Okay.
Yeah, for the IGN PCA development, we created a Protos change. So it basically, if you could open the change also, Joy, please.
This.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that looks different than the. Okay. There we go.
So there's a change in OpenOIT.proto file. So basically what we have changed here, there is a new indication, enable IGMP indication. So it make us to create a second gRPC channel between the OpenOIT agent and the IGMPCA. That is one procedure. And the other changes are related with the connection management, like we have the flag previously connected flag we have for the agent and the OpenOIT adapter. And the second flag is related with the IGRPCA. It shows the previously connected flag. And the other ones are group ID style and group ID, and these are for the group ID resource management. So, you know, basically the flow ID management was done in the OpenOIT adapter. So the group ID resource management would be done for the would be done by the IGMPCA. That is why we request the group ID style and group ID and group ID style and these resources are needed for the IGMPCA to manage the ranges for the group IDs. So because this is a major change, I wanted to discuss here. So if anybody has any thought on it. So the important changes are actually the enable IGMP indication, which is for the second gRPC channel from the agent.
So Shrikant, if someone is not using the IGMP-CA, right, then they would still be affected by this change, right?
So as you suggested, Amit, we are trying to put an option in the agent code so that maybe in the pipeline we can override that parameter. So one Debian package would use this enable IGMP indication. So the other Debian package, or maybe just we can override the option to enable and disable this option.
Okay. So what I was thinking was that would it make sense to have a separate gRPC service for this, right? And agent implementations who would support IGMP CA, right, would implement that gRPC server, and others who don't want to support that and want to do IGMP the other way, they could not implement that, right? And the proto, we could break it down into two parts. So the device info that is existing, we leave it as is, and have a new proto with the 4 or 5 fields that we have, right? Along with the serial number or the device UUID, right? Which we are using as an identifier. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, if we try to break it down into two separate things altogether, have them in the same proto file, but as a separate gRPC service.
I see what you mean. So we can keep the enable IGMP indication here, but you are saying that use a different device info for the IGMP, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it. Yes, we should do that. Yeah, makes sense.
So, and because there would be separate gRPC services, right? So if for example BBSIM, right, if you don't even update it right away, I think it should still work.
Yes,
right,
correct.
the old way. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the BBSIM implementation, what we are trying to do is if there is no IGMP connection between the BBSIM and IGMP CA, if there is no connection, then it's the BBSIM still tries to forward the IGMP packets to the Vault Open OLT adapter. Whenever IGMP CA connects, then it tries to forward the packet to the IGMP CA.
Okay.
So that is the workaround we implemented in BBSIM. But the agent, I think it's a little bit tricky. So we decided to have an option to override this functionality.
Okay. Yeah. So effectively what would happen is, if you use that option, the agent will start that separate gRPC server, right, with that gRPC service, the one that explicitly would be handling this IGMP-CA connection.
So as far as I know, there will be no other gRPC server.
Okay.
So yeah, this is for the streaming two-way connection. So we will still use the same port 9191, but there will be two connections from the agent to the
Yes, my bad. Okay, so the server would be the same. It's just that the server will not offer that gRPC service, right? Only when you enable that option, the server will offer that gRPC service.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we will change this PR and submit it again for your review.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joy, I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just pulling up the agenda again.
One more thing, by the way. So what about the Berlin lab problem? I think we still have the connection problem with the Berlin lab, right?
I'm sorry, which problem was that?
So when I look at the Jenkins jobs in the Berlin lab.
Oh, Berlin lab. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All of the jobs are queued.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be looking at that today. Let me see.
Since the code freeze is incoming, we'll probably need that lab to test all of the changes.
Okay.
I think Serkant means community pod issue.
Yes, correct.
Oh yeah, there's two problems there. Okay, yeah. Let me see.
It was a VPN problem, or is a VPN problem, right?
Mm, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I worked on a couple of there was a problem with I want to say 2 or 3 of the tunnels. There were a couple of problems fixed before I went off on vacation. I don't know if it actually got into the yeah, that needs to be looked into. I gotta get my brain back into that. Okay. So let me see. So the floor is still open if anybody has anything else to add.
For a reminder, we're going for code freeze in probably around 10 days. So anyone that have any new change coming in or any upstream patch, please take care of them and request reviews, follow the chains and do the, requested changes, etc., so that we can take them in before the code freeze.
I have a few which I've put up in the Slack. So please review and provide comments.
Okay. And everybody, if they, can review the existing patches, that would be also great. For my side, I'll check all of the, patch, waiting patch, do my reviews today and tomorrow.
So Mahir, we are working on the IGMPCA upstream and the VOLTHA system test changes, but I'm not sure if we can catch the deadline, the 10 days deadline. So what we can do is maybe we can plan for the next release, or we can extend the deadline. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay, let's see the process for this week, and then next week we can discuss again.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi today. Okay. Probably should, oh, yeah, I probably should start rebuilding some of the dependent packages. Yeah, that's right. Some of the packages that VOLTHA depends on takes upwards of about 10 hours per to build and push out through Maven Central. So I'll try and get a jump on those too, so we don't have a backlog next week. Okay. And let's see, does anybody else have anything who would like to add? Requests or anything? Okay, I guess that's a wrap then. We'll be able to give you sure.
Just one small thing
Mhm.
from my side. I would like to say goodbye to all of you. This was my last TST meeting today, and it was a great time the last 3.5 years at ONF. I wish you all the best for the future, and maybe we will see us on another place. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good
Okay.
working with you, Torsten.
Thank you.
Thank you, Torsten.
Thank you, Torsten.
Yeah, thank you, Torsten. It was really great working with you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me.
Okay, I guess we can give you back a half hour out of your day then. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Uh,